I'm Andrew Auger from Marist College Television, and the road to the Student Center has started. The elections for 2016 student government have started, and we are here with defending champion Timos Pietris. Timo, how are you doing today?
Good, good. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for coming. We just have a couple questions for you, too,
Sure.
just to kind of feel out what you're feeling during this election season.
Sounds great.
So this is not your first rodeo.
No.
You're running for re-election. How do you think this campaign is going to be different than the last one? Do you feel any different kind of experience or anything?
So last year, and that's a great question, last year was only 2 of us running for election. So this year, there's 4 people in the race, which is awesome and it's super exciting. You can really tell it's a barometer for how many people get involved in student government and how successful the government was the past year. So the more successful the government, the more people want to get involved. Right. And the fact that we have, last year was only 2 people running. The only contested position was student body president. This year, we've got 4 people running for student body president, and tons of other positions are all contested. It's great. So it's going to be a lot of people running, a lot of ideas, but people are going to start to get sick of seeing all the campaigns.
Yeah. And I know you guys have already started on your campaign. I saw that wonderful video that you made.
Thank you. Yeah, we launched last night at 9:15. Huge launch. I'm endlessly thankful for everyone that helped out. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad that there's a lot of enthusiasm in student government as well. So for somebody that isn't sure, what exactly does the president of student government do? So
that's an awesome question because it's really 2 roles, and it's very difficult to understand if you're not sitting in the room at the time. So half of my role is student body president, and the other half of my role is president of the student government.
Right.
So being president of student government is exactly what it sounds like. I run the meetings, I set agendas, I help my team become successful, and also have a few projects of my own. The student body president portion is my relationship with the board, my relationship with the administration. So that's going to board meetings, that's meeting with the Dean of Student Life and Vice President of Student Life, Deb DiCaprio, meeting with President Murray. So it's more of the liaison portion where I'm working alongside administration and students to try to make them meet in the middle for the issues that we have on campus.
Right, and that's an important job to have. So your first administration, you and Summer, what do you think have been some of the successes, some of the failures that you can think of, and anything that you would want to go back and do, or anything that you're looking to improve on as you move into a possible second term?
Yes, so we had a really awesome past semester and a half, because right now we're not over, it's not done. While I'm launching my campaign for re-election, I'm also still acting as student body president. So we've got until the middle of April with our administration. So right now what we're trying to do is tell everyone, hey, listen, things may be changing and that's all right, but we still have a task at hand. We still need to make results for the students. So a few of the biggest things that we did was we launched a shuttle program last semester, the Ride with the Fox, and which also translated into this new shuttle program with the Dutchess County, this program we're working a little bit harder to make it more student-friendly. The one issue of working with the town, working with the county, is that it's not just us saying what we want to do. What was great about the Ride with the Fox was we had what we wanted. We said we want students to go to the train station, we want them to go to the Residence Inn, we want them to go to Stop and Shop, and we want them to go to the mall. So we were able to do that on a schedule that fit our students. This is a little bit more of a give and a take because we're working with them, but it's great because it's operational 6 days out of the week. And what I'm working to do now is to bring back the Ride with the Fox on the weekends. That way there's more options for the students depending on what they want to do to get to the Galleria sooner.
Right.
More successful things that we did, it was a lot of student input that we got back this last administration. So we did a Student Speaks Night right after we had that threat on Twitter, which students came out with a great response with issues that they had about the way it was handled, issues in the college, just more what they're feeling than a regular town hall, which we all really appreciated as an administration. And then things that the rest of the members have been doing, like online course evaluations, internship surveys. The Red Fox Den was a huge, huge, huge success. We've had 3 already, and what that is it's an alternative to going out on the weekend. So it's if you're not into the bar culture, if you're not into the bar scene, this is something that you can do. You can stay on campus and have some fun with friends and eat some snacks. So
that's that, and I know you're a progressive person. You're always thinking ahead. So for this second administration that you're running for, are there any main issues that you want to tackle, something that you feel like needs to definitely be addressed?
Yeah, so our platform is based on 3 points, community, engagement, and inclusion. So underneath those three main ideas, those three driving ideas, we've got several points. So among those, I'll just talk about a few key points, because our platform document, which launched yesterday, was a little bit under 30 pages, which is kind of cumbersome to talk about in an
That's
interview.
33 pages. 32 pages too long for the interview.
It's a little crazy. So main issues are the dining hall reform, priority points, school spirit, and diversity and inclusion on campus. So those are four big portions that we're tackling for the coming year.
So Marist, as a college, is going through a big transitional period, especially going into the next fall with David Yellen as our new president. How do you think the new college president will affect your role as president if you are elected again?
So this is something I've been talking about with our administration currently, is that this is a very, very important point in our function as student government. You know, it's kind of like wrestling with a new guy. He doesn't know what we've been doing, and he doesn't know what our relationship has been with Dr. Murray.
Right.
So we can just be like, yeah, Dr. Murray, he comes by every week, and he talks to he sits in our meetings every week. You have to do it.
The student,
just
the
how
student
it goes.
becomes the teacher.
Exactly. He doesn't know if I'm wrong. So, but in reality, just trying to increase the involvement of our students with you know, that we had with Dr. Murray,
Right.
moving over to Mr. Yellen, getting more involvement, getting more student feedback onto his table sooner.
Yeah.
So basically onboarding him in a way that links the administration with the student government stronger, so that we can get student feedback better.
Right. And one last question. So you're running this year. Last year you ran with Summer. This year running with Goodman, who was your competition
Yeah.
last year. What do you think Goodman adds to your new campaign?
So it's really funny. We've been getting a lot of questions about what the heck happened. You guys ran against each other now, and you're running with each other
Right.
today, or last year, and now we're running together today. And that's something that we realized over the past year. You know, Goodman and I had been acquaintances last year. We had, you know, kind of talked in and out
Right.
through the past year when he was a freshman and I was a sophomore, but we didn't really get to know each other. And then after the election, we sat down. I remember the day vividly. We sat down and had lunch together in the dining hall, and we kind of looked at each other and was like, what we did was crazy. This is absolutely nuts. But we realized that this is something that we need to do going forward. We need to bring both sides together. So Goodman has endless creativity. He has endless drive. He's always thinking about innovation. He's always thinking about how we can do things differently. Take the old and learn from it, and then create something new. So that's what the true marriage of our ideals comes, is I have the experience and the time in student government, this being closing off my second year in student government, going into my third year, hopefully at least, being able to marry my experience with his new fresh ideas and new fresh look at student government,
Right.
being on the outside of it. So that's what our whole narrative is about. It's better together. We ran against each other, which was great, and we were able to flourish ideas. But now we're better together, we're stronger together, and as a campus community, we're stronger and better together.
I like that. I remember how big the election was last year. You guys took the campus by storm with your big ideas, and I can't wait to see what you guys do together.
Thank you.
Timos, good luck to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
This is Andrew Auger, Marist College Television, signing off.
Thanks so much.